Hello internet people, today I'm going to be covering a few MU teasers I never originally covered, since there won't be any new teasers until there's a trailer. So we might as well dive right in to the first teaser, but just remember to like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of the video. Funnily enough, the file name on the GIF calls the move Chi does a Chieplex. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Chi or Che. We'll see about that, but that's besides the point. There isn't any context on where and what led to this, but based off the two sprites, they're on a sort of construction site. Or at least adjacent to one. Now, to go on full speculation, I could see it playing out as Che's co-worker teasing / back-talking about Che to Alex. And in retaliation, she got Chieplexed. Two things to add. One, we get to see Che's job, which is cool to see what she does after the main intro of the game. That's kind of the most we ever saw of her originally. Then the second thing is, when the hell could this play out? Assuming that this isn't a brand new cutscene, which honestly it likely is, I'd probably place it as part of the tournament, like as a event that happened before it. But as said, I think it's likely a new scene, possibly triggered around some part of downtown LA. I just get the feeling it would be downtown, lots of buildings, lots of stuff needing to be built, construction sites, etc. A big ol' rhino. More or less, it's just a remake of one of the animals Joel's grandpa hunted, with air quotes. Nothing much to go off, though if I wanted to add some speculation, they could expand parts of the flashback, maybe see what actually happened. Though if the scene was the same, it would still be equally badass. Let's crime it up. A pair of city dwellers. Not much to go on, but the tall fellow is on Joy. Usually people with bluish teeth are Joy addicts. Maybe this man is a dealer, or just a relatively normal gnome-like fellow. Though, beyond him, if Joy addicts actually do have blue teeth, which, yeah, they seem to. I wonder if Georgie has the same bluish teeth. I don't think we see his teeth in any of the MU sprites that we have of him. For the second man, there also isn't much to go on besides the unique outfit. Can imply the EPS's attitude towards sex, since it does come with a chastity belt. So maybe in contrast to the Neon Flamingos, they might not have sex. Hard to say though, since all we know, this one could be an exception. Though, maybe more of them have chastity belts? That's all I have on these two. This section contains multiple different teasers. Luckily, the teasers are ordered, all of them being titled Halloween and then a number. So we can tackle them one by one. A lot of these teasers may come off as shitposts, but I think they'll show up in some form in the game. We start off with this teaser of Joel next to a big plastic ball. But, if you have a keen eye, you can notice in the shading, a person is in there. Most definitely Alex. Now, I have no clue how Alex got inside of the ball. If I also had to imagine, the fact we can save during this stage isn't going to happen. it's likely just probably a dev thing. I'm not entirely sure on that. But Alex will get into the ball and do something. Maybe run into people with it. If I had to also guess, this is part of an expanded version of the Trash Enlightenment quest. This feels arbitrary and odd enough to somehow connect to the quest, or Alex is just committing general skullduggery here. Now this one, I have no idea how or why the fuck it would be existing in general. If I had to improvise the possibility on how Georgie could end up flapping his arms like a mad bird, this could be some sort of new skill where he tries to body slam someone. But more likely, I imagine he's trying to desperately swim or move while falling a great distance. Simple as that really, though this one is legit kinda weird to figure out. Let's move on to the next one. This teaser is fairly straightforward. Alex is having a late life crisis. I'm not sure if Alex is currently hallucinating or if the Alex we see standing there isn't actually going to happen. But if it was Alex talking to himself, maybe this dunce cat version of himself that we've seen is going to follow Alex around until the end of the Trash Enlightenment quest, maybe? I think this dunce cat version of him could at least be a representation of how Alex feels like a failure. Straightforward enough of an idea. Boom! I'm sorry. Last but not least, we have this fellow, who I am 80-90% sure is Dairy Sweets. I'd imagine that he may, if this is Dairy, hound Alex more for shagging his trash. Like him trying to get you to fail this path to enlightenment, eventually leading to the fight you have with him, and then his eventual death. Well, that includes this current batch of teasers. There are more, of course, but I want to cover a small amount of them rather all at once. But it was fun to go back and cover these teasers. Big thanks to the Pointless team for making MU, of course, and you, the audience, for watching this. I don't know what to say, just have a nice day, and goodbye.